So hello guys, welcome back to a brand new video. So the plan for today's video is to get a Squall 120 built for myself. So this is gonna be for the building manual again. And yeah, we're gonna, in this video, it's basically the exact same process like the 120 Interceptor. And we'll show you a bit, but it's gonna be completely finished. And yeah, in this video, obviously no electronics and stuff like that, but ready to get fiberglass and stuff like that. So let's get it unboxed. So guys, here you've gotten it, everything you basically get out of the box if you just buy the standard pack. Here are some specifications of the Squall. Yeah, so next step to do is get every part of wood out of the formers or out of the main frame. So guys, we got everything sorted and now we're gonna start with the rudder. Like always, we are going to first assemble our template here for the rudder. So the rudder is going to be all even and good. So that's the first step, and I'll be checking in with you as soon as the base structure is standing, I guess. So guys, one important thing on the rudder is that before you put everything on here, and Tom just made this mistake, basically you have to have this rib right here, this one, in first. You kind of have to put this rib in between these two ribs before you put everything into your template, because you cannot put this rib in afterwards. So this is R4, as you can see here. So guys, rudder is all finished up, and now we're gonna leave it in the template, and we're gonna assemble the wing template and then get to assembling the wing. So guys, this is the base kind of the wing. So on the wing you can just kind of get in all of the ribs, and then later on you're gonna go ahead and get the other ribs crossing in there, as Tom is doing right now. And you're also gonna have to put these carbon pieces in there like that. And yeah, pretty simple. We're just gonna continue doing this pattern, and just like that, in probably in another half an hour both wings will be done. So let's get to it. So guys, this is just something on my behalf. So what I found helps a lot with getting this front rib installed right here, which is on every Tomjets plane on the surfaces, is to get all the other structure at this point glued. So you don't because you have to bend these ribs a little to get all of this snapped in place. And if you don't glue the other stuff, I find that all of the other ribs kind of just go flying everywhere. So I find it's helpful. If you don't want to use it, don't use it, but just a little tip on my behalf. And yeah, next thing to do is the back rib, and then getting all these little pieces installed. So guys, one wing completely done here for you. Yeah, Tom is at the laser again, another kit going out, and we're gonna get the other wing done. So just make sure you have the other wing standing next to it, because you are able to make two left wings or two right wings, but you want one left wing and one right wing. Make sure not to mess that up. But if in case you mess it up, just write Tom an email, he'll send you a new wing. So yeah, let's get to it. And so guys, just like that, we've gotten ourselves a pair of wings and a rudder for a Squall 120 in about an hour. So super quick, and let's get to the fuselage. So guys, next step is this underhaul thing that's on the Squall. And yeah, just pretty simple. Put all the pieces in the slots, and then you just have to glue this in. So we'll glue all of this together, and then we'll move on to the next part. So guys, we're finished with this part now, and we're putting that to the side. So we're going to start with the fuselage now. And yeah, basically we are currently preparing the old manual to get all the parts that are being doubled up for strength glued together with some wood glue. So that's basically the first thing you have to do when doing the fuselage. If you're building this, you could theoretically do this before the build, so all of this is dry. But I think I'll just put a drop of CA somewhere so they are together, and as soon as you put them into the other structure, they're held together anyway. So yeah, next thing we're gonna do is get all of these glued together with wood glue. So guys, this is basically done. We're moving on to the main fuselage, and the only thing really to notice here is, first of all, here you've gotten this sandwich type thing right here with the tabs in between, and on this one you need one mirrored side each. Just make sure to put the blind nuts in the right one, because we didn't, and we're at the laser Arduino set. So yeah, let's get on to the fuselage. So guys, so on the fuselage, there are a few steps to do. So the very first step is this piece right here, this former. Or I think it was F2, yeah. So you basically take this former and you slide it from all the way back, all the way forward, and it just goes on top of this big plywood piece. Then you put this front one in to make sure everything's sitting perfectly, and then you've gotten these two pieces right here, and you have to make sure they're marked left hand side over here, and you just gotta make sure that's on the left hand side. And that's basically the only few tricky steps, and from there on you just, like always, click in and glue. So guys, we basically just clicked in all of the rest of the ribs, and we also went ahead, put in the cockpit frame, and now we're going ahead putting in the rest of the spars here. Tom also already started somehow putting together the back end, so yeah, everything's coming together real quick. So guys, so the top is all basically done, and next thing to do are the bottom spars, and then we'll slowly get to the tail end. So guys, got all of our spars in, and the front half of the fuselage is basically done. So now we're gonna start the back end, and then we're gonna join both of these. So let's get into it. So guys, now we're gonna move on to the back end. So it's Tom assembled it already, nothing is glued yet. But yeah, basically this is the main structure on our template again. And next thing I'm gonna be doing is basically gluing everything together, putting the spars in, the stoppers for the carbon spars going through, and everything will go nicely together like always. And then hopefully very soon we can join both sides of the fuselage together. So guys, the back end is basically done for what we call the marriage, and now both pieces will be joined and then glued together. So all of these pieces are intersecting, of course, and yeah. So one thing you have to do later is most of these ribs, the only spars that go through proceeding from the back end is these two, which get joined here, and then you kind of join everything. So guys, one side is completely done. I want to run you through a little bit about this. So it's fairly simple. You obviously have your blind nuts in here, and you add your rest of your spars, but the only tricky part is this rib. So this rib going right in here, which is this one, which has to go from here all the way in here, because you have to push it in here, and then you have to tuck this tab up in front here, and then kind of swap it in place. I'll go through with that a little. So guys, you kind of have to fiddle it in from at a very weird angle into here, and it's very likely it's gonna break, because I doubt you can do this without breaking it at this point, because you have to fiddle it in here and in here, and then from here on you just start scooching this in towards the back, and then you finish gluing it up. And before doing that, I just glued this in and joined this piece, so everything's straight. So guys, last two ribs are in, these here, and yeah, let's get to the next step. I think the next thing is to take our template off and make sure the pins work for this, and then we're gonna make a picture with everything put together, and then we're gonna start with the planking. So guys, one more thing we did was the canopy here. Very simple though, it's just sliding mechanism, put those here, match the angles, that's it. Next thing to do is get all of our stuff out, all of our balsa pieces, get them separated into the right groups, and get to getting everything done. So I'll take my time with that, because I want to make it as beautiful as possible, because I am fiberglassing this plane, and I want to fiberglass it perfectly, put on the wood perfectly, so everything's perfect. So yeah, let's get to getting out all the pieces. So guys, the plane is basically ready to get everything, all wood pieces on. Now we did forget the carbon tube, so I just glued those in. Yeah, I think I'm gonna assemble it once if it's possible, and then we're gonna get to all the rest. So guys, this is what it looks like, completely together for now. This part is not on, but yeah, let's get to putting everything on top, or covering it up. So guys, to warm up, we're gonna use the bottom half here. Tom has to go somewhere, and hopefully we'll finish with this as soon as he's back. So guys, got my underbelly finished, nicely sanded smooth. So I want to have as perfect of a surface as possible here. As you can see, we have an amazing surface, so that I really do not want to do any spotting on the fiberglass later on. Yeah, and next thing we're moving on to is the rudder. So these are the parts that are going on. So yeah, we're going to glue these together with CA first, put a piece of tape here, then take our balsa roller, get that all looking nice, and we're going to screw on the lid, servo lid, with 2 screws only, so we can align that perfectly with that and don't have to do any further adjustment in the future. So guys, one side's done, as you can see. Obviously not sanded yet, we'll do that as soon as both sides are done. But yeah, next thing to do, I took it out of our template, is to clip off these pieces, the template pieces. Then we have to glue our balsa blocks in here, and then we have to put these filler pieces in these areas right here. So yeah, let's get to it. So guys, got all the steps done. Now we can get the final layer up. So I got all the snips off, got everything set with the thermogrid, and then put the blocks in there, CA them in, and put these in. So I have them sticking out on purpose so I can sand them flush, and this just prevents me from having to add putty if it is too far in. So yeah, happy. Let's get the top section on. So guys, we've gone ahead, everything's covered. Next step is to do, after Tom took a picture of this step, is to get everything sanded smooth, and as soon as that's done, we can add another piece of wood on the leading edge to make that more beautiful and get out the rudder. So let's get that done. So guys, since all of this is sanded nicely now, we have to go ahead and get the rudder cut out now. So there are these markings in the wood already, which should match up with the hole that is in the back piece here. And then we're going to go ahead with the Dremel, just follow this line, and then we can simply pop out the entire rudder, hopefully. So guys, my rudder is finished, very happy about it. Back out here, me and Tom are down in the dungeon working together. He's working on X130 to get made by me tomorrow. Very excited about that. But for now, this is looks amazing. Look at this, nicely sanded everywhere. So I cut it out with a Stanley knife, then with a hacksaw to get the back piece out. Then I just took my permagrit sander, sanded everything flush nicely. We added the pre-lasered beam, and then drilled out the holes. Very simple, very easy to do, and we got a beautiful rudder ready for fiberglassing minus 1 or 2 nicks I got on it right here. But yeah, this is the ideal rudder you want for fiberglassing. Very smooth, very perfect. So yeah, we're downstairs getting the wing done. So wing, basically the same thing for the, I'm not going to cover all too much, fairly simple. Just we're going to start with the back off here. We still have the mark, and then you take this and this, you glue these together before you glue it on here. You sand it off a bit here, the corners, so that's all nice and smooth. And then same procedure for the aileron, taileron, whatever you want to call it. So very simple, and let's continue. So guys, we got the top side all covered in wood and all sanded already, and we've gotten all the blocks installed and all the little guidance helps cut off, and we've gotten also all the front sanded. So the next thing is to take another picture for the manual, and then we will apply the final layer of balsa wood on the bottom of the wing. I'll put the servo hatch on to align some things a little better, and then we have to get out the aileron. So in the next shot, this wing will be done with the aileron out, and then we have to do the exact same thing for the other wing. So let's go. So guys, one wing is completely finished. So like on the rudder, exactly the same technique, everything. This is finished, and now I'm going to go ahead and get the second wing done exactly the same way. Probably that's the last thing I'm going to do today. Tomorrow I'm going to wrap up the fuselage. So yeah, let's get to it. So last time we worked on the interceptor, we had 3 people, for half a day, and then it was me and Tom working on it until late in the night, and we managed to finish it in 24 hours. This thing, it's a little less work. I've been working on it on my own basically the entire day, and this thing, if you're working on your own, you take your time, because I was taking my time, we weren't in a rush. We did a bit of X130 next to that, did something else, went flying today already, and you can easily do this in 2 days, even with work. So if I'd have school, I'd do this probably in half a week, get this entire thing finished. So yeah, let's get this wing done. So guys, both wings are finished. Absolutely amazing. Managed to get all of this done today, and tomorrow we're gonna finish the fuselage. Only this part left to do, and gluing in the rudder and like a few little tiny things, like for example, yeah, we'll talk about that tomorrow. So guys, we finished the wings, so I told you already. We're gonna continue on the fuselage today. So we are gonna go ahead with FA, which is this one up here, and then this little one about here, and this one here, and we'll do B, which is like here till there, and we'll do that on both sides. Then I'll show you that, then we'll make a picture with Tom, and then we'll move on. So guys, it's the next day. We completed all of these, so fairly simple with these. You should use a balsa roller on this one, because this one cracked on me. On the other side didn't, but here it did, so I'd recommend the balsa roller. And yeah, up here, balsa roller, put this one on first. This piece is easy, then this bottom piece, and then this top piece right here. Next we're gonna go this one, and then this one. I think there's like one until here and one separate one. I still have to see, I have to look at them. So guys, next on the line is this piece right here, which goes about something like that. So yeah, we'll see. I think I can do this one without a balsa roller or anything, because it's quite flexible. Yeah, we'll see. So guys, got this portion all finished. So I used the balsa roller here, since if you roll with the balsa roller, it kind of naturally curls up already, but you don't want to overdo it, because on this piece I overdid it, and this has a bunch of CA on it already, because it just kept on breaking. But yeah, you just kind of have to get the right amount. So Tom said here you'll get a crack always in the end here, because it's like, here's a pretty much a angle, a fixed one, and here it goes into a round surface. But yeah, next thing is this piece right here, and then we're finished with the top side basically. Then we can move on to the bottom side, and not that much to do anymore. So today we'll finish this thing for sure. So guys, we've gotten all of our stuff done on the top, all of our woodwork. And yeah, I mean, there's still some sanding to do before we get to fiberglassing, some fillering these holes. This isn't perfect right now. Yeah, next thing to do is to get this thing off our template here, and then clip off all of our wooden chips here, sand it down a little, and then we can continue with the bottom side. So guys, just came back from doing the maiden on the X130 we were working on here yesterday. Went good. Still some adjustments to do today, but yeah, next step, door. I have to find the second one of this, so right now it's flip the door, and I'm gonna from the back side glue these in so everything's nice and flush on the door, and then we can go ahead and get these parts glued in. So let's get that done now. So guys, door is on. We've got our pins through here, a dot of C on the other side, and we've got our two hinges here, and you have to make sure that the front one is this one, because here's the point to put the linkage. So yeah, this is shorter than this, so this is a longer piece than this is, so you know that one's the front. Yep, next thing to do here, this piece on here, and also the other side of that. I doubt there's anything special you can do here, because you literally just CA all of this to the bottom. So doubt this is not going to be very hard. This is basically like a gigantic table. So let's get it done. So guys, this is done. Probably did this in 10 minutes. Very simple. Obviously just like literally a table, one flat surface. Yeah, just here I have a little gap, but I'll fill that with some wood. I still have to get all of this adjusted a little. Work better, obviously. So currently this is all a little tight. As soon as all of that's adjusted a little, will work better. Also up front here, and do some adjusting. So yeah, a little bit of work is still to do. But yeah, let's get these back to installed. These two little pieces come here. So let's do that now. The underside of the plane is done. It's basically done now, and the next thing that we have to do is sanding. So we have to sand all these edges, sand this down to the rib, and then add some balsa to sand a nice round spot, and just some sanding and beauty work to do so we can put everything together for the last picture. So yeah, let's get to that now. So guys, we've gotten everything sanded down nicely on the edges, up here, and now to create this leading edge, what we're doing is we're just gluing some scrap wood here from our balsa wood. This is from pallet 8, as you can see, and you will just glue this with CA and then slowly sand. If you have to glue another one on, you can glue another one on. So let's get to it. So guys, now we've gotten the leading edges all sanded, looking beautiful, as you can see right here. So got this front piece sanded, got this sanded a lot more. So now the next things we have to do, because we need a picture of everything finished in place, is we have to get the magnets in the canopy installed right here. So let's get to doing that now. So guys, a little trick for you here. I'll put a piece of tape here, glue these magnets, and just smash some super glue all over this, and an activator. Put this in the back here so you've got the right magnets. Then we will go ahead. So this is something that will work fairly much only on the Squall. So you've gotten it like this now, right here. Wait 1 second, I did one thing wrong. So first we'll want to get some CA. Put the CA all the way up in here. Oops, sorry, up in this hole. So that's all filled. We'll go ahead, spray these with kicker. And now we will go ahead, install this. So what the masking tape does, so, wait, let me push it in. So now they're in, and I like going out with some more kicker from behind, just making sure that's really dry. And then you just wait a little, and then you can push it forward, because the masking tape works as a piece to keep those both wooden pieces separated. Yeah, so that's done basically. Then I'll get this cut out roughly, and then we'll get the rest of the plastic pieces installed roughly. So guys, I let this dry for about a minute, because with the magnets you just want to let it fully dry. And you take this to get some grip and just kind of pop it forward. It should pop loose just like it did. And now with the magnets pulling this, it's kind of hard to get it off. So you can see, I mean, they aren't imperfect, but they are in as much as they need to be in. So now you can take the tape off here, and then you'll have a perfectly working canopy, and these are glued in well. So yeah, I'll get the glass fitted a little and glued in with a few spots. So guys, we're all finished here basically. We've gotten these hooks installed. You pop them in from the bottom, and you kind of just push them up top. Did some sanding on those to make them fit a little better. I glued all of these pieces in because I'm going to be fiberglassing it. The nose I thought about for a bit, because this thing needs a bit of nose weight anyway. So I thought maybe I could put the batteries in like that, but there just isn't a lot of room, and I can't carve anything out because the plate for the landing gear is right here. So that is not possible. But yeah, it's all looking good for now. So I'm very happy, very, very happy. So what should I say, what should I say? Let me think what I have to say. Yeah, now we're gonna make a photo, put the whole thing together, make a photo, and I still have to cut this canopy. So let's go. So guys, Squall is all done. So yeah, I won't end this video here because yesterday I started editing the night, and all the footage I had up till yesterday was only 16 minutes of footage, and I didn't do as much today as yesterday. So yeah, I think we're gonna in this video still finish, even though the thumbnail was me and Tom holding this thing. I know I'm gonna do a thumbnail like that, but I'll still sand finish, and then of this video this thing will be ready for fiberglassing. But yeah, I mean, on the coming weekend now we're going to be at Friedrichshafen. Tom is currently plotting out this chassis we designed for the X130 I made today. We have to do a few more flights tomorrow because today Tom messed around with the gyro and didn't manage to do it. And then I ended up flying without gyro on the maiden flight, and yeah, everything went well. And tomorrow we hope to get like 6 more flights on it before Friedrichshafen. We got all the crap done, so I'm able to fly last minute yesterday. So yeah, let's get that done. You'll get that video before this one, obviously. And then let's get the Squall back home. So we're back from Tom's place, quite a few days already, and I just picked up the Squall not yesterday, before yesterday. So yeah, on Saturday. Today is Monday. Yesterday we did a bit of flying, and yeah, so this thing is back. Next thing basically to do now, until this video is finished, we gotta sand this thing smooth and get it ready for fiberglassing. Was built pretty well, not that much to do. We have to get the nose cone aligned, just a little sanding around some rough corners, just getting this all smoothed out and then we'll go ahead and add speckle and let that rest until tomorrow, and we'll do that on all items. So let's go. Yes, Squall all sanded. So first you want to go ahead, sand down the wood, because any high spots you can't fix that with speckle. You just have to sand them down. Even if it's CA, just sand it down. And then you usually go ahead, take some CA, 2 cracks. This isn't a crack, it looked like one. And just fill those cracks with thin CA and smudge over with your finger to make it smooth. Sand it a bit because you don't want to fill those or fix those cracks as soon as the putty's on, because you will make the putty rubbery and it's just shit to sand then. So yeah, and then next thing you do is just put putty in all of the joints, wood joints, and everywhere where it isn't that well. I'll put some here because I just spotted this. So yeah, did that with every surface on the top of the Squall, as on the Interceptor, because we're doing that video as well currently. Well, sorry for that. And yeah, I'm gonna sand that today, tomorrow. Then I'll tomorrow flip this plane around and do the underside. So yep, that's the plan. Let's go. So guys, my delivery from Tom finally came, which had a very important thing in it. First of all, the wing for the Interceptor 120. I know I'm having a bit of a mess here. There's no video on this coming out, but maybe, I have no idea. This is just, yeah, we bought 2 easiest old ones and are just fixing them. This is mainly for my sister, but yeah, whatever. I might do a video of me doing the maiden flight of this, because I might put the EDF on it. But other than that, we've got our CA. These are just the activator. The actual 1 liter bottle of CA is here. I also bought some other CA for out on the field. And yeah, couldn't do anything for a week because I was waiting for this delivery. So I was just kind of prepping these parts, but I didn't do a lot. Wasn't necessarily very motivated because I didn't have any CA, and I hate doing little baby steps here and there, not kind of being able to continue after like 10 minutes of working, you know what I mean? So yeah, this side is all sanded finally, because I could finally put CA in the cracks, which was like, there was one here. And yeah, so next thing I'll be doing is I'll be filling this up with some more speckle here. This needs a bit more speckle. This is good now. Up top needs some speckle. This here is all good. And then here in this corner So didn't show you about this. This is all good. Then here in the corner, still need some spackle, and I'm gonna hopefully be able to put spackle on the bottom side at the end of the day. Yeah, let's get to sanding again. So guys, all the surfaces for the Squall are finished. They're all in here, except for the fuselage, because the fuselage, I wanna make it visible carbon, and I wanna make it matte visible carbon. And first of all, we're doing carbon because it looks amazing. Second of all, because it is very strong. And yeah, it's a little heavier than the fiberglass, because you have to have a special weave that like it goes smoothly over the. You need a twill weave, not a normal weave. The twill weave, Wolfgang explained to me, it's basically like one shot of carbon in one direction and 2 shots in the other. And normal carbon is one in the one direction, one in the other, one in the one direction, one in the other, and it makes the carbon stiff, and it doesn't make it that the normal weave is way harder to get around corners than the twill weave, which is special. And yeah, so today we ordered everything. I ordered 25 grams glass, 8 meters. Hopefully this will be enough, and 3 meters of carbon, 200 grams. So yeah, and I ordered that from Easy Composites because I watched their videos and I'm very amazed, and their products look amazing. So yeah, this needs a bit of work still. I hope I can get this finished today because I want to upload this video tomorrow latest. Yeah, but yeah, basically now today I'm going to build out the one wing. Take me probably an hour or two, and then this is done, and then hopefully this is dry. So yeah, more sanding on this one. So guys, both are done basically. So Squall is finished with sanding, everything's done. So I have to do this before it gets dark because my lights don't work. Tomorrow they're gonna work again because they're broken currently. So yeah, this step is also done for the other video obviously, but Squall is all done. I cleaned up my room massively. We have gotten from Easy Composites, we've gotten carbon and fiberglass. And if we look in here, I beautifully cleaned up. We've gotten all our glue up in here, our CA from Tom. And then we've gotten our Easy Composite resin down here, and also to fixate the carbon over there. And we've gotten some glue, which I want to try out. So, yep. The video is gonna end here for the Squall. And yeah, I just want to say thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Something different airplane on the channel. And then we're going to do fiberglassing video or carbonizing video, let's call it like that. The Squall will be carbon on top. So basically I want to be able to have visible matte carbon up top of the Squall, and the bottom will be orange. Same scheme as the Interceptor. So yeah, hope that will work well. And on the Interceptor, this used to be carbon vinyl, and I want to make it real carbon. Interesting, but hopefully it's gonna work out. Yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe and like button, and I'll see you guys in the next one.